Oh, to a 1v1 on rails and metal. That's right. A 1v1 on rails and metal. Meaning this is a custom game, as far as I can tell. 40 Cake versus CratZ. 40 Cake. One of the tyrannical moderators of my stream. Playing as Ostrupin Oster in the southwest base, and CratZ, who I'm pretty sure is one of my subs, playing as Soviets. In the north, with access to guard motor, Soviet Reserve Army, and shock motor. 40K going with the 2 Ostrupin opening into 2 Grenadiers, going straight for the left side. I've never played this map in a 1v1 before. This is kind of weird. I don't know how this map looks in a 1v1 situation. I guess we're gonna find out. CratZ going pretty hard left with his infantry squads at the beginning of this game. Trying to win engagement against some Ostrupin early on. Will be successful. We've got a little too close. We're not able to stand up to those conscripts. We're going to see a 3 conscript, 2 combat engineer opening here from CratZ. So that generally indicates tier 1, but not necessarily always. See what he does with that second squad. Looks like he's not building this structure. There it is. Okay. There's tier 1. Grenadiers jumping into green cover over here. Or they will leave their position in green cover and jump into this yellow cover and then retreat. They were not going to win that anyway. 3 squads of conscripts forcing them away. And there's the scout car in production. 40 Cake does have tier 1 up, so some people skip tier 1 with Ostrupin, but it leaves them with no Panzerfaust. 40 Cake has not done that, so she will have the Panzerfaust available to her. Pio's heading right over here to the victory point. Get that under control. Grenadiers positioned in some yellow cover here. Squads of Ostrupin making their way generally towards the center.
New units are ready to deploy.
And these 3 squads of conscripts are trying to circle around towards the right to take control of the right side fuel, and they should easily be able to do so against these IOs. Grenadiers move to engage against the combat engineers right there, and the 3 squads of Ostrupin are going to move to take the left side unopposed. So both of them have 3 sort of combat capable infantry squads. They're basically just going to be trading for territory on the left and right now, since they're kind of ignoring each other. Looks like CratZ is going to split his forces a little bit, sending 2 squads back towards the left side with M3 support. The M3 does have a flamethrower inside. Actually, no, the M3 is going right. Win an engagement against those lone Pios, which should easily be able to do. It might be a pretty decent chance of wiping that on retreat. Conscripts trying to bait them into sticking around for a little bit longer. There's a retreat from those conscripts. Kind of a late reaction by those Pios. 2 of them go down very fast. Oh no, that flamethrower upgrade completed at the last second right there. Oh, that's tragic. 60 munitions right down the drain, and I'm pretty sure there were at least 2 crits right there. That was some really good RNG on the flame bursts. Oh, jeez. Grenadiers taking on the left side, munitions right here, and Ostrupin are moving up to take control
Infantry can now construct trenches to reinforce positions.
of the left side unopposed. The loss of those Pios is going to hurt 40 Cake a little bit, might slow down tech. Doesn't have a spare squad of Pios hanging around, and a lot of manpower just got spent on this artillery field officer. I mean, not that much. More than the cost of a squad of Pios, though. Making his way to the left side, his abilities are artillery smoke barrage, concentrated fire, coordinated barrage, and field first aid. And, fun fact, I saw coordinated barrage used effectively for the first time in my life in a 1v1 on Red Wing stream like 2 days ago. Got a Panzerwerfer up to like 88 kills by firing the Panzerwerfer normally and then using coordinated barrage immediately afterwards so that it could fire twice in rapid succession. Kind of fun. Kind of interesting. That's the only time I've ever even seen that ability used in any way. So. Fun stuff.
Yes?
Grenadiers jumping into close range on the conscripts right here. There's the flamethrower M3. Just dove into two Gren squads though. Where's the Faust? Where's the Faust? Oh, she just retreated. 40 cake. That was a dead M3. It just dove 2 Grenadier squads at full health. A little weird. MG42 is going to be caught unsupported and flanked right here. Not reacting to the fact that flamethrower is circle strafing it. Meanwhile, here in the north, Ostrupen are engaging against the artillery field officer who did activate concentrated fire, probably on that squad, forcing an early retreat there, but regardless, unable to win the engagement, and everything will be forced to retreat. One squad is extremely low and might get wiped by the flamethrower M3. There they go. That's 2 wipes on that clown car now. Due to 40 cakes, failure to Panzerfaust it. Going a little deep here, it's probably gonna die. Comes the Panzerfaust, and is dead. I think. Please die. I'm pretty sure it's dead. I don't think that's gonna be able to get away. It has no HP remaining. Don't disengage, 40 cake. That's so. Yeah, that's all yours. Oh my God! If that actually survives, that is a travesty. Here in the middle, demo charge going down on some green cover somewhere, right there on this approach. M3 is slowly rolling back to safety. Apparently it is going to receive repairs this time. Grenadiers will catch it, getting repaired though. A little bit of damage to the flamethrower squad. It will force to continue backpedaling. And the M3 finally goes down, but flamethrower squad forces another early retreat. Quite a few crits on that flamethrower squad so far this game, I think. Up to 10 kills already. I guess that's not like amazing, but it's pretty good. I wonder if they're ever going to change the way flame crits. Okay, whatever.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
These 3 squads over here on the right side force a retreat from those combat engineers.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Over here in the Oster base, lots of squads need to receive healing and reinforcement. Uh-oh, mortar's here. I think I'm about to get banned for NDA violations.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Grenadiers.
Well, 40k probably could be doing a little bit better right now. Artillery field officer and these 2 squads taking control of the right side unopposed, trading for territory in the center and left. Shock troops are on the field, which are a pretty hard counter to Ostrupen, and if these demo charges actually find any full squads, 40k is going to be set back even further. But the map control situation, all things considered, is not that bad. 40k is up to battle phase 2, still has 23 fuel coming in. Needs to get another squad of Pyos out. Oh, there it is. That's probably going to build the tier 3 structure once a little bit more fuel is collected for the Panzer IV. Once you made it to battle phase 2, you need 150 fuel to get the Panzer IV out. 25 for the structure, 125 for the tank. Unless you're going Ostwind or Stug. Oh God, that demo charge though. I think if CratZ had waited just a little longer on that, that could have been 2 wipes, but he didn't time it just right. Still, 1 full squad of Grenadiers goes down and the other one gets away with only 1 man remaining. Piles are retreating to throw up probably a tech structure and away from an engagement against those shocks. These 3 squads are going to continue holding the fort over here on the right side fuel point, which should be sufficient to at least get a tank out. Damn you and your demo charges. Tier 3 going up here in the Soviet base as well. Both of them have skipped Tier 2, both rushing out a tank. They're both pretty much gonna get their tank out at about the same time. CratZ with a slight advantage, but unless I'm wrong. Appear to be wrong. 40k not throwing up the Tier 3 structure yet, which is going to leave her with no counter to the T-70 for some time. No! Oh, how lucky they are not. Ready with the kills. And that might actually help to explain the discrepancy in the kills loss numbers. Nope, never mind. These numbers actually match up for once. Oh! That grenade. I'm pretty sure all three of these squads are gonna lose to those shock troops. That one's gonna get wiped. Late retreat. Switches targets to their artillery field officer, which is also going to get wiped. Oh my god! Well, that's probably the game. I don't think there's anything 40k can possibly do to recover from that many wipes. How much is that? That's 2 Ostrupen, 1 artillery officer, and 1 of 2 Grens. So, pretty awful. Pretty awful for 40k. I don't know if there's any way she could possibly survive against this T-70, which is on its way to the front line. That is a good question, by the way. I didn't know the answer either. I actually had to check. I was like, I don't know, do they? And I checked both combat engineers' kill counts. Neither of their kill counts had increased, and that's how I know that they don't. So, fun fact, I guess. I don't know. Probably don't get any vet either. Oh, I definitely don't. Yeah, that's probably what makes the biggest difference. Not getting any vet from your demo charges. Shock troops taking control of all this territory. T-70 peaks in the Oster base. We'll see not much. Still no Tier 3. And having lost pretty much all map control. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Zors. Or Jesus. $10 donation. That's very generous. That is a very generous donation. Thank you so much. And you will get that fast lane. You will get that sweet, sweet fast lane treatment. Panzerfaust on the T-70 over here on the left side. Apparently 40k is going to try and kill it with just brute forcing its death with Panzerfausts, which she actually may be able to do. She's got a lot of Ostrupen and Grenadiers charging towards it. She could redistribute if she wants. Rifle grenade on the flamethrower. Combat engineers right there. Almost wipes them. That's 3 Fausts. She needs 1 more. Oh, Grenadiers just got wiped right there. Grenade toss into the stuff. And that squad will be forced to retreat.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300
So
points.
unfortunately, 40k will fail to destroy this light tank. And it looks like CratZ is in no danger of losing control of this game. Next Tier 3 unit is in production. It's T-34. Tier 3 is going up in the base, finally. A little late. 10 fuel late on the Panzer IV, for whatever reason. But alright.
MG-42 crew has been promoted. New units are ready to deploy.
Well, if you guys want to get all technical, 40k is actually a trans girl. Male to female.
Ready.
Hence my usage of the female pronouns. And now you all know that.
Enemy is engaging us. We are taking losses.
Conscripts will be forced to retreat right there. Over here in the center, Pios are taking back control of a little bit of territory, making their way towards the right side. Another demo charge here in the road. T-34 going in on those two squads. T-70 gunned down those trooping easily. It doesn't look like 40K is making any progress in any way whatsoever. Stug is in production. I don't think a Stug has any realistic chance of being able to save 40K from the situation she's in, but alright. Maybe she's gonna get two, actually.
We have 200 points remaining.
Your orders, comrade.
T-34 on the field will pretty much hard counter the Stug, honestly. I don't see how this game could possibly magically turn around. I don't know. LMG Grenadiers over here on the right side, fuel point, taking control. Victory point still ticking extremely quickly against 40K. Probably going to lose this game after the next engagement. Stug is on its way to the front lines. CratZ is floating 1,000 manpower. This is how extremely efficiently he's been trading. Picking up tons of manpower and munitions with his T-70. Kind of a late reaction over here on the right side, and I think that squad's gonna get wiped here. Yes, they do.
Waiting for your command.
Assault gun standing by.
Stug on its way to the left side. It's a little overextended. T-70 is about to be fully repaired. There's T-34 here in the middle.
Contact with the enemy. We are bleeding, comrade.
The sector is at risk.
I hope those constructs don't get wiped with Pyos. Engagement's actually going kind of well. Ooh, except for that happening. Jeez, that squad went down so quick. Was a bit of a late retreat though. Over here on the left side, the victory point drain will be briefly slowed. That demo charge is a recipe for horrible disaster. As soon as CratZ obtains vision of this, gonna be off to a pretty strong start in this engagement. Stug, second Stug is on the way. Two Stugs could maybe kill a T-34. That could help as long as they never hit any mines. There's so many demos and mines everywhere on this battlefield at this point. Soviet player taking control of everything here right outside the Oster base. Here comes this engagement. Fortunately, the Osterman has left their position on top of that demo charge.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Here comes the T-34 to try and circle strafe that Stug to death. First shot bounces. Stug is actually taking shots at the T-70 rather than the T-74. Probably should have just fully committed to killing that T-70 at that point, because it's not going to be able to get shots off on this T-34 even with the engine damage if it doesn't start reversing to safety. And even on its frontal armor, most shots at this range from the T-34 will penetrate. Second Stug is not on it. Oh, there it is. Gets to the engagement, too late to save the original one. Oh, that mine!
Our panzers has been
Brings this Ostrupid squad very low. They'll be forced to retreat. Stug, it looks like it may be able to finish off this T-34 right here with one more lucky shot. Ah, not happening. Continues the chase. There goes main gun destroyed on that T-70. Both tanks extremely low. There it goes. T-34 down. T-70, if it keeps backpedaling, should maybe be able to get to safety. MG-42 will explode on the demo charge right there. Conscripts will move to take control of the victory point in the aftermath of that engagement. Get the clock ticking against 40K again, who does very briefly at least kill one tank, at least take out something, trade for something. Ultimately, I don't think there's any way 40K will be able to recover this game, and there it is. She will surrender. Kind of interesting. I've never seen a 1v1 on this map before, so alright, sure. Clearly 40K's Ostrupen strat can't quite stand up to CratZ's pretty standard. Well, actually, I guess you don't see shock motor that frequently, but the ISU had no impact. pretty much just 4 conscripts, 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers into tier 1 into shocks. Which is kind of a lesser used build. It's more about guards lately, but it's still not much of a deviation from the meta, and most trooping don't they perform now well, but I think both players certainly had plenty of room for improvement this game as well. Good game. Allies win.